All right, so we're going live. Girls, we're going live. All right, if you guys just want to do a test. Say testing.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Okay, let me make sure that came through.
Like this one. Any minute. Oh, okay. So has not capped yet. You're on. Something's happening. Next time I see you, I come to church Sunday. It'd be a nice place to do that. Ready to go? Hi, Tyler. Good. We are. But who's going to get it now? I don't know if there's anything to really make it better.
Okay, are you guys ready? How early do you want?
Yeah, pretty clean.
Okay, we're 3-0, right?
No.
No. Okay, you guys ready? All right.
Welcome everyone to Trojan TV. Tonight's ball game is between the Hillsboro Trojans and the Ellsworth Bearcats.
One toss, and the first,
Comes in tonight's ball game is district game with
Hillsboro will receive.
Ellsworth is 3-0 on the season. They have a close win over Beloit first week, and then 2 blowout wins after that. And so should have a pretty good ball game tonight. Got a beautiful night for football. A little breeze out of the south. Both teams are getting ready for the kickoff, and they're just about to get started here with the 4th game of the season. Both football teams. I'm joined tonight by Addison Jess. She will be doing commentary for us. And I'm Coach Croker. Dave Croker. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Looks like Hillsboro's going to receive at the south end, at the north end zone. So is this considered good? Side Gooch is deep for the Trojans, along with number 7, Wyatt Leonard. Puts the ball on the 2 4-yard line. Will Cravens will be kicking off for the Bearcats.
Number 2, Will Cravens kick off for the Bearcats. Receiving for Hillsboro, number 7, Wyatt Leonard. And 32, Josiah Gooch.
Short kickoff. Ball's taken at the 15-yard line by Gooch. He goes up the middle, and he is tackled at the 28-yard line of Trojans. They're going to take over 1st and 10.
He's tackled by number 9, Cooper McGowan.
There's a breeze out of the south tonight, so
1st and 10 Trojans, ball on their own 28-yard line.
Top right for the Trojans, wide receivers left and right. Bolts back the ball. Pass out to number 87. The pass is complete. Looks like it goes out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Just short of the first down. 87 catching the ball was Xander Hazlitt. Nice pitch and catch from Dawson to Xander.
Second and short. Hillsboro comes out again. Tight end right. Receivers left and right. Bolt in the shotgun. Offset eye to the right. Handoff up the middle. He is going to have a short loss. Ball carried by number 5. That's Anders Weisbeck. That'll bring up 3rd and 1. Third and short for the Trojans at the 37-yard line at their own 37. Driggers out left. Lincoln Wickert out right. Again in the shotgun. There's motion. And a handoff, and that's going to get a first down. Number 32, Josiah Gooch, takes the ball across the 40-yard line up to the 43. And that's the first down of the game for the Trojans. Good way to start the ball game. Wide slot right. Tight end left. Single back in the backfield along with Bolt. And there's a flag on the play. That'll be a 5-yard mark-off against the Trojans, so it'll bring up 1st and 15 from their 37-yard line. Where the interior lineman moved a little early. Same formation. Ellsworth playing a 4-4 defense, 3 deep zone. Bolt back to pass. Long pass downfield is overthrown to number 4, Lincoln Wickert. Brings up 2nd and 15 from the Trojan 37. Wide slot to the left this time. Single back in the backfield for Bolt. Snap his bat. There's a blitz up the middle. Bolt breaks away, breaks the tackle, but he can't get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd and 15 for the Trojans. A lot of quick pressure that time from the interior of the Bearcat defense. Third and long for the Trojans. This time the Trojans come out with trips to the left. Single receiver to the right. Nice pass and catch. That's going to be a first down for the Trojans across midfield to all the way down to the 45-yard line of the Bearcats. Nice pass and catch. Addison, did you see who caught that ball?
That was number 18, who is Tucker Goss. Oh, the tackle was made by number 18.
Easton Sheehan with the catch on that last play. Slot receivers left and right. Running play to the left for the Trojans. They're not going to get any yards on that one. It was maybe a loss of just about a half a yard, so it brings up 2nd and a long 10 for the Trojans at the 45.5-yard line of the Bearcats. Stop was made by the interior of the Bearcat defensive line. Brendan Anderson, Jordan Rodriguez playing those 2 inside spots. Three receivers tight to the left. Bolt scrambles to his right. Has a man. Ball's caught. He's going to go. He is going to score. Number 7, Wyatt Plennert for 6.
A fantastic play made by the Trojans.
Bolt was flush from the pocket initially, avoided a tackle, and then found his receiver. The lonesome polecat is what they're lined up in right now. Trying to see what the Ellsworth Bearcats are going to do with that. Looks like they're going to go for 2. And it's good! And with 8:08 left in the first quarter, first score drive, the Trojans lead the Bearcats 8-0. That's the way you want to start the game, Addison.
That's right.
Take the ball down the field, threw the ball, had some nice pass and catches there. Good blocking from the front line of the Trojans, although Dawson had to scramble quite a bit. But that'll loosen up the defense quite a bit, being able to throw the ball down the field. So the Trojans will kick off. Deep for the Bearcats are number 44, Dorian Tanius. And I'm looking for the other guy's number. Can't see it right now. Number 8, Ian Andelin. Ray Moslin, a foreign exchange student for Hillsboro, is going to do the kicking. He approaches the ball, squibs the ball on the ground. Number 6 for the Bearcats picks it up, and he returns it out to the Bearcat 44-yard line, where they'll have it for the first time, 1st and 10. Bearcats run it up the middle, and they get 6 on first down. Nash Dickinson in on the stop, among others, for the Trojans. Bring up 2nd and 4 for the Bearcats. There's a timeout on the field for an injured Bearcat on the ground. Looks like one of their interior linemen. Never like to see that in a game where they have to bring the coaches out. Yeah. The injured player for the Bearcats is number 66, Brendan Anderson. He's a senior, 260-pound lineman was one of their big defensive guys as well. Looks like he is carrying his right leg, not touching the ground, so it's either an ankle or a knee. Like I said, you hate to see that, especially for a senior. So the Bearcats come up. Tight end left, pro set. Offset eye to the right. Shotgun snap is back. Hands off. No, he fakes the ball. And he is tackled along the line of scrimmage. Looks like he might have gained about a half a yard. So it's going to bring up about 3rd and a long 3. 3rd and 4. He did go out of bounds, so the clock will stop. 7:27 left in the first quarter. Bearcats break the huddle. Looks like a pro set to the left. Shotgun snap, motion to the right. Now they have two receivers each way. Ball's handed off up the middle, and the ball carrier will get a first down. That's number 7, Loden West. So they'll move the change there. Colin Voss and Evan Jones on the tackle. 1st and 10 at the Hillsboro 44-yard line. That's an interesting-looking formation there. It's a quarterback keeper on the right side. He faked inside, and he will go out of bounds short of the first down. Looks like a gain of about 7. That was a really interesting-looking formation in the backfield. There was a shotgun with 3 running backs. Now we have double tights. Offset eye to the right. Shotgun snap back. Handoff up the middle. Looks like a first down for number 7, Loden West. Loden West is their leading rusher for the year, averaging about 60 yards a game on the ground. It appears that they're much more of a running team than a passing team at this point. Hillsboro in a 4-4 defense. Slot right. Short pass out to the... It's caught for a short gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the 31 of Hillsboro. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Shotgun snap back, offset eye to the right. Got motion to the left. Now we got receivers both ways. Handoff up the middle to number 7. He seems to be the workhorse for him. That's Andelin. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5 from the Hillsboro, 3rd and 4 from the Hillsboro 22-yard line. Ellsworth again in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Motion to the left again. It's a pass. Going down the middle. It's almost intercepted, but a nice defensive play down the middle. It looked like the receiver was open for a moment.
And number 8 is Seth Driggers with a great deflection.
Good zone coverage right there. 4th down and 4 for the Bearcats. They're not going to kick it. They're going to go for it. And so at the 5:42 mark of the first quarter, the Bearcats have their first 4th down try. They got trips to the left. And the handoff is kept by the quarterback, and he is going to get the first down going down the sidelines, and he'll be inside the 10-yard line. Looked like he went out of bounds at the 9-yard line of the Trojans. They ran a belly series play. For those of you that know what the belly series is, that was an old 2-back running formation, and that's what he did that time, and he kept it, and nobody was on the quarterback. Wide receivers right. ISO play to the right. Hillsboro's there, but he spins forward to the 6-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 6. Nash Dickinson on the tackle. .507 left in the first quarter. Bearcats knocking on the door. 2nd down from the Hillsboro 7. Tight end right, offset eye to the right, motion to the left. We've seen this a number of times now. It's a handoff to number 7. He gets short of the goal line, but very close. Down to the, looks like the 1-yard line. That's Ian Andelin again. They're getting a pretty good push-ups up front. And going to need a goal line stand here. The ball's on the 1. And here come the Bearcats. Tight end right. If I had to guess, it's going to the right. And indeed, and number 7 dives into the end zone. That's a touchdown. Ian Andelin with 6 points for the Bearcats. Let's see what they decide to do here for their extra point. Whether they're going to attempt a kick or whether they'll try to tie the score. At 4:09 to go in the first quarter, they will line up their offense and try to tie the game. Three receivers to the left for the Bearcats. That's an unbalanced line left. And they made it. He's into the end zone. Andelin again. They like that right side of their offensive line. And with 4:09 left in the first quarter, the score is Hillsboro 8, Ellsworth 8. So Ellsworth answers the opening drive of the Trojans with a touchdown drive of their own. Looks like this is going to be a really hard-fought, tight ball game all the way down to the end. Will Cravens will be kicking off again for the Bearcats. Plenert and Gooch will be deep for the Trojans. They'll line up about on the 15-yard line.
Number 2, Cravens to kick off for Ellsworth. Back to receive for the Trojans. Number 7, Wyatt Plenert. And number 32, Josiah Gooch.
With the wind at his back, Cravens will kick off. It's bobbled by Plenert, but he picks it up. He's running to his right, brings it up to the 25-yard line where he's stopped by a host of Bearcats, where the Trojans will take over 1st and 10. 4:01 left in the first quarter. Hillsboro will take over its own 25, 1st and 10. Three receivers. No, we've got a pro set right and a slot left. Motion. There is movement. And that's going to be on the Trojans, so that'll back them up to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15. That's the second time we've seen that tonight. Penalties are things that drive coaches crazy. There's a slot left. Shotgun back to Dawson. Tight end right with a flanker. Got motion in the backfield. Handoff to Gooch. He drives ahead to the 23-yard line or 24-yard line. 4-yard gain. Second and 11 for the Trojans on their own 24-yard line. Tight trips to the right for the Trojans. Tight wide receiver, single receiver back. Dawson Bolt back to throw. Throws the ball over the middle. It is incomplete. It was intended for Wyatt Plenert. Brings up 3rd and 11. 3:19 left in the first quarter. Trojans 3rd and 11 from their own 24. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Shotgun snap back to Bolt. And he is scrambling. Finds his receiver at the 40-yard line, still on his feet, driving to his right, number 7, Wyatt Plenert. He's going to go out of bounds at the Bearcat 48-yard line.
Number 7 will be shoved out of bounds by number 6 and number 14 for Ellsworth.
That would be Dax Liker and Leighton Liker. Wonder if they're brothers or cousins or something. Dawson, again, buying time in the pocket, really gave him a chance to find a receiver that was open downfield, and Plenert was there. 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left for the Trojans. Wise back off to Dawson's right. Hand off to number 7. That's Plenert. He's going to lose a yard. To bring up 2nd and 11, the ball goes back to the 49-yard line of the Bearcats. It's been slow going with the running game for the Trojans so far. Their offense has been pretty much around the completed pass. This time Wisebeck is off to Dawson's right. Trips right, single receiver to the left. Dawson is back. He puts the ball over the middle to number 4, Lincoln Wickert, who dropped the ball. Let the ball get into his chest instead of catching it with his hands. It would have been a short gain, but nonetheless, it brings up 3rd and 11. This has been nothing new for the Trojans, who have long 3rd down conversions, but they've been able to do so far. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Wisebeck off to Bolt's left, who's in the shotgun. The snap is back. Fake to Wisebeck. Again, Bolt, he will run, and he will not make the first down. He's going to come up about 4 yards short. The ball's going to be spotted on the 41-yard line of the Bearcats. That's going to bring up 4th and 4 for the Trojans. 1:47 left in the first quarter. We'll see whether they play field position by punting or if they go for it here. Wisebeck comes off. Gooch enters. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. 2 receivers right. There's a timeout on the field. That timeout was called by the Trojans. So with 1:25 left in the first quarter, the score is tied 8-8. Trojans got timeout. Got to draw up that. Coach Cox needs to draw up that 5-yard play to get the first down and keep the drive going. doing tonight's game. Addison Jost is going to be doing commentary, and I'll be doing your play-by-play. I am Dave Croker. I'm the head track coach at Tabor College. Beautiful evening for football. Looks like Gooch will be to the right of Bolt in the backfield in the shotgun. We've got 2 receivers left and 2 receivers right. Four-man rush. And the ball is knocked down. Ball's intended for number 87, Xander Hazlitt, but the Bearcats will take over at their own 41 on downs.
The ball was knocked down by number 11, Cole Weber.
That was good coverage there by the defense. Hillsboro uses a 4-man front as well as Ellsworth does. Looks like a 4-4-3. There is a screen pass to the wide receiver. They are going to gain 9 on first down, just short of the first down, just across the 50.
They will be dragged down by the Trojan number 3, Levi Smith.
Dax Liker was the receiver on that wide receiver screen. Tight end left, flanker left as well, single receiver right, 2 backs in the backfield. Now one of the backs resets, and the give is given up the middle to Andelin, and he'll have the first down to the Hillsboro 44-yard line. We'll see if we get another playoff here in the first quarter. The clock is running at just under 30 seconds. They might take a shot here having the wind at their back on first down. 2 receivers right, 1 left, 2 backs in the backfield. The ball's bobbled by the quarterback. He's got the ball, and he made something out of nothing, and they are going to get a first down. The Bearcats are going to get a first down across the 35-yard line down to the 32. The center snap was dropped by the quarterback, but there was no pressure, and so he ran to his right and found a receiver, and the receiver was able to collect a first down for the Bearcats. And he went out of bounds, so with 4.4 seconds left in the first quarter, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bearcats at the Trojan 32-yard line. Two receivers left, 2 receivers right. Shotgun snap is back. They're going for a deep pass down the middle. It's broken up by the Trojans. He threw into almost looked like triple coverage. But with the wind at his back, he thought he'd take a shot. So at the end of the first quarter, the score is your Trojans 8, the Ellsworth Bearcats 8. Addison, what did you think of the first quarter?
I thought the game went pretty well. There's also been some mistakes, but hopefully that the Trojans will be able to come back and pull something out in the second quarter.
Yeah, we had a couple of unfortunate first downs in 10s that we had a motion penalty, so it always ends up being 1st and 15, and that makes it much harder to get a first down if you have to make another 5 yards. So hopefully we can clean that up as the rest of the game goes on. And, in the second quarter, the Bearcats will have, the Trojans will have the wind at their back. But the Bearcats have the ball at the Trojan 32-yard line, 2nd and 10. Ellsworth has had some success running the football. It looks like Andelin is a pretty good sized boy, 185-pound senior, and he is their leading rusher. It looks like pretty much a slasher. He's going to run inside. He's going to run over you rather than run around you. So 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. They are unbalanced line to their left, and I hope that we'll move over because we didn't make any line adjustments. They have one more man on the left side of the center there, and that's where they run. Except it was a quick pass out. It was a play action pass out to the right, but a nice tackle out there for the Trojans for a short gain, about 4 yards.
The tackle is made by number 8, Seth Driggers.
3rd and 6. This is probably 2-down territory for the Bearcats. So they run that receiver out of the backfield. He motions back in, resets, and then comes out of the backfield in play action to the flat, and that's been effective for them a couple times already.
We have number 79 going in for number 66 on the Trojans. 3
backs in the backfield with the quarterback. He throws the ball out. There's a really kind of a screen out there. A nice play by Plenert, who was being blocked but actually made the tackle. But they did get a first down. The ball's going to be spotted at the Hillsboro 17-yard line. Ellsworth doesn't look like a drop-back passing team. They're going to rely on a good running game and play action, and so far it's been effective. So they come out with 2 receivers to the right, offset eye to the right of the quarterback who's in shotgun. Number 8 goes in motion to the left. Now there are 2 receivers both ways. Hand off to Andelin. And he drags Trojan out to the 11-yard line. Or nope. Looks like the 11. Second and 6 for the Bearcats at the Hillsboro 13-yard line. Ellsworth comes up to the ball. Tight end right. Flanker right, split end left, 2 backs in the backfield. Number 8 goes in motion. Snaps back. Quarterback's going to throw the ball, and it is caught for a touchdown. Riley Stone with the reception for the touchdown for the Bearcats. With 9:56 to go in the second quarter, the Bearcats take their first lead. He found a seam in the zone of the Trojans, and the quarterback delivered a nice ball. They're going to kick this one. Can't really see what his number is if it's the same as the. That is no good. So with 9:56 left in the ball game, or in the second quarter, Ellsworth leads 14-8 over the Trojans.
And I guess we'll see how the Trojan offense chooses to react after they get the ball back.
They had good success on their first drive. Their second drive stalled. Mostly due from just putting themselves in a hole with a couple of penalties. But we can correct that during the rest of the ball game. So going back for the Trojans, this time it's Seth Driggers is back there along with Josiah Gooch. They're both a little bit deep for what we have seen the Ellsworth kicker kick so far. Will Cravens lines up, and he will approach the ball and kick it deep. Leonard takes it at the 10, goes up the middle, and he has got a nice return out to about the 33-yard line for the Trojans, where they will start 1st and 10. Again, the Bearcats play a 4-4-3 defense. They've had pretty good success getting pressure on the quarterback with their front four so far. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Motion back into the backfield by one of the receivers. And the ball's handed off. No, there's going to be a loss on that play. And Ellsworth says there's a fumble. I haven't seen and it is a fumble for the Trojans, and they turn the ball over at the 31-yard line of the Trojans. So try to trick them up a little bit with a double reverse kind of play, and as the ball carrier was tackled, he dropped the football, and so the Bearcats take over. 2 wide receivers right, 3 in the backfield. This looks like a running formation. Shotgun snap back, hands the ball up the middle. He finds a crease, and he's going to have a nice gain down to the Hillsboro 23-yard line, 22 possibly.
Pickup of 9, call it 8 on the play. 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 for the Bearcats. Wide receivers left and right. Four backs in the backfield, 3 running backs and a quarterback in the shotgun. He fakes the ball and keeps it, and he is down to the Hillsboro 10-yard line. It's an interesting looking option. It appears that he's optioning. There aren't very many high school teams anymore that actually read that option, but when you see an option team, you have to have somebody on the pitch man, on the quarterback, and on the dive, and we had lots of guys on the dive, but nobody on the quarterback. Goal line defense for the Trojans, and they're into the end zone for a touchdown. Off the right side of the offensive line for the Bearcats. The Bearcats take advantage of the turnover by the Trojans, and your score at 8:31 left in the second quarter, Ellsworth 20, Hillsboro 8.
And the touchdown was scored by number 8, Ian Angelin.
Looks like this time they're going to go for 2. They were not successful on that kick. It looked pretty ugly. 3 receivers right. They run it up the middle again. And it looks like they're short. And that's what they signal. So, with 8:31 left in the second quarter, Ellsworth takes a 20-8 lead. With what the Trojans do offensively, that's not an insurmountable lead. Wanting to throw the ball quite a bit more than they want to run it. So, I think the way that Hillsboro's looked so far, they're really a big play offense. They're not going to grind it out 3 yards in a cloud of dust at all. So I'm sure they've got some creativity to use in the next drive, and hopefully we can put another touchdown on the board and cut into this lead. So Ellsworth will line up to kick off from their 40. Will Cravens he kicked off the opening kickoff plus 3 touchdowns now. And he did attempt an extra point, which was no good, but he will tee the ball up at the 40-yard line. And again, we've got Gooch, and I can't tell who the other guy is there. Was Plenert the last time. Bouncing balls picked up at the 13-yard line. And he's going to be tackled. Oh, he wasn't tackled. He was swung around, but he goes out of bounds at the Hillsboro 27-yard line, where the Trojans will take over 1st and 10.
Fumble goes out of bounds, remains with the Trojans. 1st and 10, Hillsboro, their own 29-yard line.
Hillsboro on offense now. 3 receivers left. Tight trips. Wide receiver right. Bolt in the shotgun behind the offensive line. And he's going to take it himself. And he's going to run out of bounds. And he gains about 4 yards. It looks like he went out of bounds at the 33-yard line. So it'll bring up 2nd and 6. Good positive play for the Trojans. 8:17 left in the first quarter. 2 receivers left and right for the Trojans. Bolt in the shotgun. Offset back to his left. Snap is back. A lot of pressure again, and there's a big hole up the middle. He eludes a tackle, and he goes out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for the Trojans. Bolt was really elusive on that one. He made several people miss. First of all, in the backfield, he was under pressure and got away, and then downfield, he made a nice move and did get out of bounds for a 1st down for the Trojans at their own 43-yard line. Three receivers to the right for the Trojans, 1 to the left. Running back off to the right of Bolt. It's back. He's under pressure, and he is going to be taken down in the backfield. That was almost immediate pressure from the outside of the defensive end from Ellsworth. And so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 14. He did elude the first tackler, but the Bearcats are able to put pressure on the quarterback 4-on-5, which is a problem that needs to be solved. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, back off to the right. Bolt again under pressure. Looks like there's going to, and he is tackled back at the 29-yard line.
He will be taken down by number 5, Riley Stone, with the help of number 7, Loden West.
And I would say that's usually in the area of holding. So we'll see what the call is here. The white hat, it is holding. The Bearcats will take the loss back to the 30-yard line of the Trojans instead of the penalty, because it was a bigger loss of down, and now it brings up 3rd and a mile for the Trojans. There aren't many plays in a offensive coordinator's playbook set for this particular kind of situation, although, again, on the first drive, the Trojans did convert a number of long 3rd down plays. So trips left, single receiver right, shotgun snap back. Looks like a screen. Nicely done, but he will not get the 1st down. It gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 43-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down for the Trojans. Looks like they're going to punt. 6:57 and the clock running in the second quarter. Who's the punter? Levi Smith back. He boots the ball away. Short punt. Takes a bounce out of bounds. It looks like it's going to go out of bounds on the Bearcats' 27-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10. 6:30 left in the second quarter, leading 20-8. We need a defensive stop here. First and 10 for the Bearcats. 6:30 left in the first quarter. Their own 28-yard line. 2 receivers right. Shotgun snap back. Motion left. And the ball's handed off to their workhorse. He is finding really good yardage off their right side between guard and tackle. That looks like a first down. I think he got 11 on that. Well, just over 10 on that play. Set 1st and 10 from the Bearcat 40-yard line. Right now, they're really being able to run the football mostly to our defensive left, their offensive right. Another interesting formation in the backfield, and they're gonna hand the ball off again. And the ball carrier is going to get about 5 yards, and he's driven back by a host of Trojans, but not after picking up a nice gain on first down. They'll bring up 2nd and 6, it appears. Got 4. Right now, the war of the trenches is being won by the Bearcats. Two receivers right, 1 left, two backs in the backfield. Now there's 3 receivers right. It's handed off again, and he'll get another first down over the 50-yard line. Just over the 50-yard line into Trojan territory. 5:11 left in the first quarter. Hillsboro in a 4-4 defense. Wide receivers left and right. 2 backs in the backfield behind, to the left of the quarterback. Now we have a motion out to the right. And it's picked off. It's picked off, and Hillsboro has the football crossing midfield and out of bounds at the 45-yard line of the Bearcats. That was a play-action pass. It was nicely played.
That interception will be by number 8, Seth Driggers, for the Trojans.
Driggers is right on the money right there. The ball was a little bit overthrown, and he was right there to catch it, and the Trojans have a turnover. Let's see if we can capitalize as the Bearcats did on the Trojan turnover in the first quarter. So Hillsboro will take over at the Bearcat 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. 4:36 left in the first quarter. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Bolt in the shotgun. Single back off to his left. Shotgun snap is back. Ball's handed off to Gooch up the middle. Nice hole. He's rumbling down inside the 30-yard line. Nice hole created by the offensive line there. He wasn't touched till he was at least 10 yards down the field. It'll be 1st and 10 again for the Trojans at the Ellsworth 29-yard line. Nice run by Gooch.
That was a great play call for the Trojans.
1st and 10 Trojans on the Bearcat 29-yard line.
2 receivers left, 1 right. 2 backs in the backfield, this time with Bolt. The one behind him went off to his left. Shotgun snap comes back. Pitches the ball left. Running wide left. Oh, he breaks a couple of tackles. That's a nice run by Josiah Gooch. And he will take the ball all the way down to the 22-yard line of the Bearcats. That'll be a nice gain of about 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. It's amazing what a running game will do to your passing game, because then the defensive backs are going to be coming up and not just thinking pass all the time. So this is a really good drive being put together by the Trojan offense. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Oh, and there we have another false start. So instead of 2nd and 3, it's going to be 2nd and 8. False starts are always a lack of discipline. And probably excitement. Everything's going well. Now it's 2nd and 8 from the Bearcat 27. Shotgun snap back, handoff again, and there's just going to be no room there. He's going to actually lose a little bit of yardage. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. So we need a first down, although very likely this is 2-down territory. So Hillsboro comes out with a wide slot right and left. Bolton the shotgun. Gooch off to his left. Snap is back. And he's under pressure again. Oh, my goodness. He goes down for a loss of about 6. Had no chance whatsoever to even step forward and throw. We're really having a difficult time with that pass rush. So it brings up 4th and 14. Three receivers now to the left for the Trojans, 1 right. Long pass down the field. That was going to be really overthrown. The receiver didn't really have a chance to catch that ball. So the Bearcats will take over at their own 29-yard line with 1:45 left, leading 20-8. We had a nice couple of runs there, and then we had a penalty, and penalties are just drive killers. We had a 2nd and 3, and then we had a 2nd and 8. And then we didn't get anything on that 2nd down play, and then 2 passes were incomplete. So the Bearcats take over. 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. 2 receivers. Handoff to in the backfield. And a nice defensive play. That's just a short gain, maybe 1.5 yards, maybe 2. Looks like they gave him 1, so it's 2nd and 9. It was a nice defensive play by the Trojan defense there. Try to cut that one back. 2 receivers left and the right. Shotgun snap back to the quarterback. He's going to throw the ball out in the flat, and the receiver makes the catch, and he will go out of bounds with a first down at the Ellsworth 44-yard line. 1:13 left in the first half. First and 10 for the Bearcats at their own 44. 1:13 left in the first quarter. 2 receivers left and right. Shotgun snap to the quarterback. Offset back to the right. He throws the ball again, and he throws it down the sideline, and it is caught, and he goes out of bounds at the Hillsboro 35-yard line. Not sure, that looked like a blown coverage there because he was pretty much running he would have gone in for a touchdown if he wouldn't have run out of bounds. So there's some miscommunication in the defensive backfield there. Two receivers left, 2 receivers right. Ball's on the 35 of the Trojans. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. Ball's handed off to number 7. He's rumbling. He is down inside the 20-yard line. He steps out of bounds. He doesn't go out. He doesn't go down, but he steps out of bounds about at the 19. 59.9 seconds left in the first half. Somebody needs to step up and make a play for the defense, for the Trojans. Need to keep them out of the end zone and before half here. They really don't have a kicking game, so it's going to be either throwing or running. They hustle up to the line of scrimmage, 3 receivers right, 2 receivers in the backfield. There's a timeout called by the Trojans, and so it's the Bearcats' first time out of the half, so they have 2 left. Right now, the Trojan defense is a little bit on their heels. So, Coach Cox calls timeout. Make sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be, what they should be looking for. In 2023, coaches spend a lot of time studying film, so I'm sure the defensive coaches for the Trojans have seen what Ellsworth is going to do in this situation. And they just wanted to make sure that everybody on the field knew. So with 59 seconds left in the first half, the Bearcats have 1st and 10 at the Trojan 19-yard line.
We will see if the Trojans can hold the Bearcats from scoring before the half is up.
Unbalanced line to the right. This looks like a run. Nope. Pass is made and caught. But it was juggled, and they ruled him not out of bounds when he came down with the ball. So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 19. The quarterback was being chased. That's the first time we've really had any kind of pressure on the quarterback, and that was good. So forced a high throw, and so a juggling attempt to catch was not made. And so it brings up 2nd and 10, 48 seconds left in the first half. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right for the Bearcats. Shotgun formation with a back off to the quarterback's left. He will throw the ball down the middle. And he caught the ball. It is a catch at the 1-yard line.
Pass to Liker, complete down to the 1-yard line.
First and 10, 1st and goal from the 1. 40 seconds left in the first half. Defense needs a big defensive stop right here. There needs to be some penetration, or they're just going to walk into the end zone. Looks very much like they're going to run to the right. And they do. And they look. Yes, he just went across the goal line for a touchdown with 23.3 seconds left. Trojans are going to have to spend some time at halftime scheming on defense. Three receivers to the left, 2 backs, one behind the quarterback, one off to his left. We have motion out to the left with one of the backs. The ball is given to number 7, and he powers into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That'll run the score to Ellsworth 28 and your Trojans 8 with 23 seconds left in the first half. So Ellsworth will be kicking off. Not a lot of time left in the first half. Driggers and Gooch are back again for the Trojans.
Gray is the kick for the Bearcats. Driggers and Gooch back to receive for the Trojans.
23 seconds left in the first half. Ellsworth 28, Trojans 8. Ball's kicked on the ground real short, taken by the Trojans, and they'll return it out to the 39-yard line. We'll see if Coach Cox takes a knee or tries to air it out here.
And Noah Beavers picks up the swift kick and returns it to the 39-yard line. First and 10 for Hillsboro.
Three-man front now. That's a real prevent defense right there. The 4 defensive backs are 20 yards off the ball. 17 seconds left. First and 10 for the Trojans. Ball's given off to Gooch. He runs up the middle for about 6. Gets the ball out to the 45-yard line. Looks like they're going to let the clock run out for the first half. So your halftime score: Ellsworth Bearcats 28, Hillsboro Trojans 8.
Once again, please direct your attention to midfield as you will watch the Hillsboro High School.
move this down because it's kind of in the bottom half of the shot. Like tilt it down.
Tonight, we would like to recognize our middle school football and cross-country teams. The middle school cross-country team has competed in 3 meets so far, with 3 more meets left. There are 11 kids out this year, 2 8th graders and 9 7th graders. Let's meet our Hillsboro Middle School cross-country team. 8th graders, Wyatt Deese and Anna King. 7th graders, Nathan Byford, Emerson Corby, Emma Ham, Oliver Hine, Ethan Jost, Joseph Kelly, Malik Nickel, Hunter Ogle, and Ethan Rimple. They're coached by Brielle Lowen and assistant coach Kevin Cowley. The football team has played 4 games so far this season, and the 8th grade is 3-1. They have 3 more games left in their season. There are 14 7th graders and 14 8th graders out this year, along with 4 managers. Let's meet our Hillsboro Junior High Trojans. 8th graders are Samuel Warner, Carson Cook, Elijah Holmes, Elijah Strathman, Brayson Almschutz, Bryden Abramovich, Hudson Rogers, Phoenix Fickus, Brody Arnold, Daniel Blackman, Kyson O'Hare, Carson Whiteley, Thurston Sealhan, and Alex Stubb. 7th graders are Colton Finsky, Cannon Dunnigan, Braden Thiessen, Connor Amstutz, Broden Lowen, Cohen Jansen, Maddox Heffley, Hudson Sabayan, Logan Bartell, Ethan Jost, Jamison Moss, Ian Bennett, Cashin Gann, and Mason Bartell. Head coach is Kyle Croker. Assistant coaches Tyler Clements and Rustin Curbs. Managers Sage Mater, Jay Yarmer, Trevin Rogers, and Graham Whistler. Let's give both our cross-country and football teams a hand.
The camera it's kind of loose. Is there any way you can fix it? Like when I try to zoom in, it wiggles.
Here, do you want to hold that?
Something's gotta be loose.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, it should be tighter now. Does that feel better?
Still a little bit of wiggle, but
Okay, we'll just have to be careful with it for now.
thank you. Fix that. Fix that. It wiggled, like when I tried to zoom in, it did that. Just coffee. It does. It's doing that again.
Welcome back to Trojan TV. And Trojan TV is an extension of our audiovisual production class here at Hillsboro High School. And this is our second year of Hillsboro offering this class. And we are super excited to have you guys watching tonight's game with us.
What sports does the class provide TV coverage of?
So right now we're doing volleyball and football. And then in the winter we'll be doing some of basketball.
Very nice. Looks like both teams are getting ready for the second half. The clock is winding down under a minute to go before the second half begins. Hillsboro's got quite a hill to climb here in the second half. I think they will be kicking off. They received the opening kickoff, so I'm thinking that they will be kicking off to the Bearcats. Ellsworth will be defending the north goal, and the Trojans will be kicking off from the south. They will be kicking off with a slight breeze out of the south still. Flag's pretty much standing straight out, so. Number 90, Mullison, will be kicking for the Trojans. Back for the Bearcats is Dorian Tanius, number 44. Single safety back there. Last time the kickoff was kind of a line drive down the middle. We'll see if what he does with this one. The ball's away. Nice kick. Ball is taken at the 7-yard line by the Bearcats. And he does not make the 30-yard line, so nice tackle by
number 32, Josiah Gooch, and he is only a sophomore this year.
So Josiah, yeah, he's a starting running back, and looks like he's a starter on defense as well, so made a nice play, open field tackle. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats on their own 26-yard line.
And we will see what changes the Hillsboro Trojans have made to their defense.
Looks like they had a little bit of trying to figure out who's supposed to be on the field for the Bearcats. 3 receivers to their right. Running play up the middle. And that's not going to go very far. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was really nice defensive play. Good defensive start for the Trojans. Number 8, Ian Nandlin, their workhorse running back. He had some big plays in the first half. Did not get back to the line of scrimmage there. Just a little bit over 10 yards in second and a long 10. 3 running backs, and the quarterback in the backfield. Quarterback keeps the ball, and again, we don't have anybody on the quarterback. So he gains nice yardage out to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2. Whoever is assigned to the quarterback is either getting blocked or not doing what they're supposed to be doing. 2 receivers right, 2 running backs in the backfield. Now we have motion out to the left. Shotgun snap back. And again, the ball is taken by the quarterback. He is down the right sideline and run out of bounds at the Trojan 31-yard line. It looks a little bit like RPO, but there's no pass involved. So it's straight option. And that time it looked very much like he read what the dive back was going to get tackled and then kept the ball and rumbled down to the Hillsboro 31-yard line. A big run. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats on the Trojan 31-yard line. Snap is back. Handoff is given up into the middle of the line to gain, and he does barely get back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like it's going to be 2nd and 10. It appears that the Trojans have really done some work on the interior at halftime because they've had a couple of runs already that have been attempted up the middle that haven't been successful. The big run by the quarterback was again on an option. So 3 receivers left now for the Bearcats. Quarterback now there's an RPO, and he has a completed pass out there, and the balls are going to be out of bounds at the 17-yard line.
And he will be forced out of bounds by number 4, Lincoln Wickert, for the Trojans.
Wickert's a cornerback, so I'm not sure who's got the flat out there. Would be the outside linebacker. Snap is back. Give again. This is a keep by the quarterback, and he is down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal for the Bearcats. That is a play that has worked for them several times already in this drive and throughout the first half. Dive fake to the up back out of the shotgun, and then the quarterback just keeps it and runs to his right or left. 1st and goal at the 6. Wide receivers left and right. Motion back into the formation. Snap back. Again, the quarterback keeps. He's going to go down short of the goal line, but he's down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from just inside the 2-yard line. I would expect number 8 to get the ball here. Quarterback number 11, Cole Weber, has done a lot of damage so far. Oh, that's not the quarterback. My mistake. Number 2. He gives the ball to number 8. He is hit in the backfield, and he scores. He does cross the goal line. Ian Andelin. Touchdown, Bearcats. Will Cravens is a quarterback for doing a nice job for the Bearcats, both running and passing. Looks like they're going to try to kick it again. The ball's down, the kick is up, and it is good. That brings the score to 35 for the Bearcats, 8 for the Trojans. With 8:24 left in the third quarter, the Bearcats will again kick off to the Trojans. Driggers and Gooch will be deep. That's not Gooch. Must be Josiah and Seth. The kick is away. It's a bouncing ball rolling to Driggers. picks it up at the 18-yard line, returns it out to about the 28-yard line. The Trojans will take over 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. We'll see what we have offensively up our sleeves. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Offset eye left. Snap is back. Anders Weisbeck gets the ball, and he's rumbling down to the 46-yard line of the Trojans. That was a nice block, nice blocking, nice running by Weisbeck. That'll be 1st and 10. Nice first down run for Weisbeck. Good blocking by the offensive line for the Trojans. 1st and 10 at the Trojan 46-yard line. Hillsboro breaks the huddle. Again with now 2 receivers left, 1 right. Weisbeck off to the left of Bolt. And Gooch behind him. Hands the ball to Gooch, and he's not going to get much. He's driving forward, though, working hard. He gets a gain of 2. It looks like out to the, well, it looks like a gain of 1. Out to the 46-yard line, 47-yard line. Bearcats, after that first drive, have played some pretty stout defense. They have really active defensive ends. Bolt again under pressure. He was back to pass. It looks like there's going to be a hold called. He'll bring the ball up to about the Bearcat 46-yard line, but I'm thinking that's going to come back. That is the call. Holding is the call, so it's going to take him back 10 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 19. We haven't had a lot of penalties, but they have been real costly. So Hillsboro breaks the huddle. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. 1 back off to the right of Bolt in the backfield. Snap back. The ball is caught out on the right sideline, and that'll bring the ball back up too close to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd and 12 from the Hillsboro 44-yard line. Nice pitch and catch. But he was tackled immediately after he made the catch. And so brings up 3rd down. 6:25 left in the 3rd quarter. This time the Trojans come out with trips to the left. Tight end right. Running back off to the left of Bolt. They bring the house, and he is under pressure again. He escapes. And he throws the ball, but the ball will be out of bounds, and that'll bring up 4th down and 12 from the 44 of the Trojans. Just immediate pressure up the middle forced him out of the pocket, and the pass route then breaks down. Hillsboro will punt on 4th down. Back deep for the Bearcats is number 44, Dorian Tanius. Seems to be their return guy. Snap is back. The kick is off. Nice boot. The ball's going to roll. Oh, can we get there? No, and the ball goes into the end zone. Nice try of knocking the ball back. It just bounced at the wrong time. Xander Haslett had a shot at it, but nope, that wasn't Xander. That was Nash Dickinson was downfield and just wasn't able to get the ball back. So now back into the field to play, try to hit it back, but Ellsworth will take over at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, 5:48 left in the third quarter. 3 receivers left. Offset I left. Shotgun snap back. Ball's handed off. And it's going to be a gain of about 10. That's going to be a first down. They're able to wall that right side off very effectively, and he was not even touched until he was well past the line of scrimmage. First and 10 on the 30 for the Bearcats. 5:29 left in the third. 3 receivers left. Offset back to the left and a tailback behind the quarterback in the shotgun. They're unbalanced left. And the ball carrier eludes one tackle. He's going to get a gain of 9 out to the 39-yard line.
And he will be taken down by number 87, Xander Haslett, for the Trojans.
Right now, the unbalanced line for Ellsworth has befuddled the defense. They are not adjusting, and so Ellsworth always has one extra blocker on the side of the ball where they're unbalanced. Two receivers right, shotgun snap back. Ball's handed off, short gain, but it will be a first down. Ellsworth will have the ball 1st and 10 at their 41. Ian Andelin carried the ball for a first down. With a comfortable lead, the Bearcats are in no hurry. Two receivers right, three running backs in the backfield. Again, a handoff up the middle. Nice first down gain. A gain of 8. Ian Andelin again. Second and 2 from the 49 for the Bearcats.
Pickup of a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. Ball near midfield.
Two receivers right. 3 backs in the backfield. Again, the ball's handed up the middle. Powering forward to about the 46-yard line of Hillsboro. That'll be another first down. First and 10 for Ellsworth at the Hillsboro 46-yard line. At least for now, they're content to run the football, and they've been able to do that effectively here for 3 or 4 first downs in a row. 3 receivers to the right now. The ball's going to be, they will run to the right here. And again, Hillsboro is outmanned, and they will get a nice gain out to the 36-yard line. It looks like second down now. Second and very short. On that last play, there was a holding penalty called. I didn't see the flag, but took them a while to get it called. They are now 1st and 20 on their own 44-yard line. Wide receivers left and right, tight end right, snap back to, and we jump offside. So we'll give 5 yards of that 10 yards back. At every level, from the pros all the way down to junior high, that drives defensive coordinators crazy. Because they're supposed to watch the ball. Here's a handoff up the middle, and there's a big hole off the left side, and he is close to a first down. He'll be about 2 yards short. 3rd and 2. Oh, 2nd and 2, sorry. 2:12 left in the third quarter. Unbalanced line to the right. 2 wide receivers, 2 backs in the backfield with a quarterback. He's going to hand the ball off again, and he'll be running outside. And a nice tackle there, and a play by still on the ground, number 7. That is Wyatt Plenert making a really nice play. 3rd down and short. Two receivers right. Snap back. Handoff to number 8 again. He stiff arms one guy. Still going forward till a host of Trojans get there, but he does pick up the first down. Ball should be about the 33-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Lincoln Wickert, from his corner position, has had a number of tackles today. And that's not usually a good thing when cornerbacks are making a lot of tackles. Offset eye to the right. Unbalanced right. Ball goes left. Taken down to a gain of about 5.
And with 21 seconds left in the third quarter, we'll see if the Ellsworth is able to score before this quarter's over.
2nd and 5, short or long 4 from the Hillsboro 27-yard line. Looks like they're going to let the clock run out on the third quarter. And at the end of the third quarter, the Ellsworth Bearcats 35, your Hillsboro Trojans 8.
And a little fun fact about the Bearcats is that they're also known as a bingtrong, which is a mammal from Southeast Asia. So if you didn't know what a bearcat was, now you know.
I'd like to recognize our cheerleaders at this time: Riley Driggers, Landry Dirksen, Adrian Unruh, Graceland Just, Dylan Baker, Riley Hyde, Piper Hebert, and their sponsor, Miss Kathy Klein.
So as we start the fourth quarter, the Bearcats will have the ball, second and a long 4 from the Hillsboro 27-yard line. Three backs in the backfield with the quarterback. Nope, two backs. Wide receivers right and left. Ball's given to Ian. He cuts it back. Looks like he's going to be short of the first down. It'll be third and very short for Ellsworth. Hillsboro 23-yard line, just outside the 23. 11:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Ellsworth comes out with two receivers to the right. Three backs in the backfield with the quarterback, Will Cravens. Snap back to Cravens. He hands the ball up the middle, and it is a big hole up the middle for Ian Andelin, and he rolls down to the Hillsboro 11-yard line. Boy, did he hit that hole hard. Just a good straight-ahead run. First and 10 for Ellsworth at the Hillsboro 11. Wide receivers left and right for the Bearcats. Tight end left, one back behind Cravens. He hands the ball off. Short gain on the play. Loden West carried the football there for Ellsworth. They picked up about 4 yards. 2nd and 6 from the Hillsboro 8. Double tight formation for Ellsworth. One back in the backfield. Content again to just run it straight ahead. And he's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. The offensive line for Ellsworth has done just an exceptional job tonight. And that drive, I don't think there was a pass. They'll go for 2. Again, double tight formation. Quarterback keeps, he will go in untouched.
Cravens with the keeper. Brings the score to 43-8 favor of Ellsworth.
With 9:46 left in the fourth quarter, Ellsworth leads Hillsboro 43-8. With just under 10 minutes left in the ball game, Hillsboro obviously will have many more ball games this year yet. They will hopefully be able to bring something positive out of this last 10 minutes of the game, offensively and defensively.
Griggers and Gooch back to return for the Trojans.
Josiah Gooch and Seth Driggers are deep for the Trojans. Kick is away, fielded by a Trojan who runs up to the 29-yard line. Seth Driggers took that kickoff up to the 29, pretty much straight ahead. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their own 29-yard line. While the game has gotten away from the Trojans a little bit, I'm sure they're looking for something positive to come out of the game here late in the fourth quarter. Shotgun snap back to the quarterback. He hands off to Weisbeck, who runs sideways and fights back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line for the Trojans.
No gain on the play.
The Ellsworth defense has done a really nice job of pursuit on anything that has gone wide. 4-man front for the Bearcats. Back to passes, Bolt. He scrambles out of the pocket, looking for a place to run, and he's going to be brought down back at the 21-yard line. That'll bring up a long 3rd down try for the Trojans, about 3rd and looks like almost 20. Pretty much all night they've been able to put pressure on Bolt in the pocket with their front 4. And if you can do that without blitzing linebackers, you have a big advantage. Bolt throws the ball out, complete. And the ball's taken out to about the 36-yard line. Looks like that's where they mark him out of bounds, short of the 1st down. Seth Driggers with the reception. Nice pass from Bolt. Let's see what they do here. It appears that they are going to go for this on 4th and 4. That's not how you lose. That's how you get demoralized. 4th and 4 for the Trojans. That's pass out to the right side. That will get a 1st down for the Trojans. Number 87 is the receiver. Xander Hazlitt takes the ball, and so the Trojans will have a 1st down at their own 43-yard line. Two receivers left and right. Bolt in the shotgun. Offset back to his right. Snap is back. I thought the snap was going to come back. Change the play. Nice pass down to Hazlitt, right down the seam on the right side. He takes the ball all the way down to the Ellsworth 27-yard line.
That was a great play call by the Trojans. Really made something happen.
Yeah, when Dylan has had some time to throw, he's been very accurate. And they gave him some time that time, and he delivered a strike. Two receivers left, two receivers right. Snap back to the quarterback. Again, a completion, and it'll be out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Hazlitt was on the receiving end of that one.
And the Trojans have got a little bit of momentum, so we'll see if they're able to keep things going.
2 receivers left and right. Shotgun formation for the Trojans. Snap back, hand off to the running back, who takes it down to about the, looks like the 16-yard line. Not a lot of running room there. Brings up like a 3rd and 5. Same formation for the Trojans. Snap back, Dillon under, and there's a touchdown for the Trojans. That's what they needed. They needed something positive to happen here late in the game, and they get a touchdown.
A fantastic throw by Dawson Bolt.
I didn't catch the number of the player that caught that, but yeah, it was a nice throw and catch. Ran a nice post pattern.
And it appears that the pass was caught by number 8, Seth Driggers.
Hillsboro will line up to kick the extra point. Ball's down. Kick is up. And it's good. So with 3:30 left in the... I don't think the clock should be running, but it is. I guess, yeah, it is. Yeah, we were down more than 35. So there is a running clock. 43-15 is the lead for the Bearcats. So since we were down more than 35 in the fourth quarter, the clock will run for the remainder of the game.
And after scoring, we'll see what the Trojans choose to do with their defense.
Ray Molezun will kick off. He kicks it high and short, fielded on the 21-yard line by the Bearcats, who break it out into, he is rumbling down to almost inside or the 40-yard line of Hillsboro. Did a nice job of just catching the ball and going straight ahead. First and 10 for Ellsworth on the Hillsboro 40-yard line, 1:50, clock running. Looks like they've got their JVs out there. Get a few snaps for the JV team. Run straight ahead, and he'll gain about 2. Second and 8. Everybody's new for the Bearcats. Two receivers left. Now again, run into the interior, and he'll gain a couple more. Under a minute to go in the game now. 3rd and 6. We'll probably get one more snap before the clock runs out. Shotgun snap is back to the quarterback. He hands the ball off. And that should do it. I'm sure this wasn't what the Trojans had in mind at the beginning of the evening, but as the ball game comes to an end, Hillsboro will go to 2-2 on the season, and Ellsworth will go to 4-0. With the final score, your Ellsworth Bearcats 43, your Hillsboro Trojans 15. Thanks for joining us tonight on Hillsboro TV. Thanks to Addison Jost for her commentary. And we'll look forward to seeing you again on the View of Hillsboro Trojan TV. Good night.